कुंज बिहारी राधा माधव गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कलियुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रील प्रभुपाद की। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमामो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome to all the devotees. Also there are many devotees from Bangladesh who are joining today here. Raghav Kirtan Prabhu, English is all right for everybody, right?
Recording in progress.
What is it? He is there. Raghav Kirtan Prabhu is there. I was just confirming it with him. Huh? Actually, he's muted, I think. Yes, no? Okay. So this topic has been chosen by Raghav Kirtan Prabhu. How can we practice Krishna consciousness strictly, sincerely and seriously? I was hearing an interesting pastime just recently. When Lord Ramachandra had to cross the Sarayu river, Sita, Ram and Lakshman. So there was a KEVAT who was supposed to take the boat across the river. So he told Lord Ram that, my dear Lord, I heard that your dust of your lotus feet in the Mithilapuri border, it transformed a stone into a beautiful young woman called Ahilya. So Ahilya Uddhar took place by the dust of Lord Rama's lotus feet, isn't it? So he said, if you put your lotus feet in my boat and imagine suddenly the boat turns into a young girl, I already have one daughter to get settled. Then I will have two daughters to get settled. So he said, I am afraid. So Lord Ram said, so will you take me across the river or not? So he said, why not? I will surely take you. But I wanted to take your permission to make sure that I wash your feet thoroughly, so no dust falls in my boat. So then KEVAT washed Lord's lotus feet in a vessel, and he drank the water and sprinkled on his head and sprinkled on the head of all his family members. So everybody considered KEVAT very intelligent in order to get the opportunity to get a foot wash of Lord Ramachandra. It's just echoing too much. So, who is this KEVAT? This KEVAT was a tortoise in the milk ocean. So one day the tortoise saw the lotus feet of Lord Narayana lying in the Adishesha. And he became eager to climb up the Ananta Shesha and touch the lotus feet of Narayana. So when he came up, so Lakshmi is massaging the lotus feet of Narayana, correct? She saw the tortoise and said, hey, don't come up. Go back, she said. So he turned away and went back into the milk ocean again. Then again he came from another side where Lakshmi cannot see. He climbed from that side. Then Adishesha with his big eyes. Like that he looked at him, hey, don't climb up. So again he climbed down. Again he went back into milk ocean. But one personality, he took notice of this tortoise. Who is that? Lord Narayana. So he understood that this tortoise has a desire to see my lotus feet. So he gave him the opportunity to be born as KEVAT. Now when he became the boatman KEVAT, he was washing the feet of Lord Ram. And both the same personalities, Lakshmi and Adishesha, were present there. Lakshmi was present as Sita and Adishesha was present as Lakshman. Now they both were watching him, but nobody controlled him. Like before. So when I heard this pastime, I was deeply touched by this, because you can see the sincerity of KEVAT. If anybody has a sincere desire to serve the Lord, that desire will definitely be fulfilled. Lord will give opportunity to a sincere devotee who has simplicity of devotion, sincerity of purpose. So every devotee has an opportunity to serve the Lord. And Lord makes arrangement for that. In the same manner, when Sita was taken away to Lanka and kept in Ashokavatika by Ravana, she was constantly shedding tears and uttering Ram's name. Always Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram. Constantly she was remembering the name of the Lord. Uttering the name of the Lord and remembering the form of Rama, his qualities, his activities, his pastimes, her dealings with Ram in Ayodhya and in Panchavati. So she was remembering all of that, constantly absorbed in that. And with a strong longing to meet Lord Ram. That's why Lord Chaitanya also says, Nayanam galadashrudharaya vadanam gadgada ruddhaya gira pulakai nichitam vapuhkada tava nama grihane bhavishyati. Tava nama grihane. When I am chanting your holy name, when will the time come when my heart will be experiencing genuine devotion by which tears swell up in my eyes, my hair stands on end due to the uh, as we say, romancha kampashu shattaranga bajo. When will the hair stand on end? And when will I get your darshan? So kada means when. So those who have that type of longing, Sita had that longing. But she was surrounded by Rakshasis, she was surrounded by Lanka, she was completely in the materialistic atmosphere, absolutely unpleasant atmosphere for her, anti-Rama atmosphere, and all Rakshasas. Not only that, Ravana, one of the days came early in the morning to see what is Sita's situation. So he came with 100 girls holding lamps in their hands on either side. So on one side there was Danyamali, another side Mandodari, two wives of Ravana. They also came with him. He brought them to meet Sita. So he told her, Sita, you see, I am not forcing you, but I want you to voluntarily accept my proposal to become my Patrani. I'll make you the chief queen of Lanka. Even Dhanamali and Mandodari are my greatest of the wives. Even they don't give me joy as much as you give. So Sita immediately took one grass and put in the front to create a separation between him and her. So that is indication. And Acharyas have given a lot of explanation why Sita did what she did. Like putting a grass means it's like, hey animal, eat this grass. That's the meaning. Your behavior is like an animal. Another meaning Acharyas have said, you see, when Rama comes, he will destroy whole Lanka. You won't have any place to live. You have to make a thatched hut. So use this for making hut. That's another meaning. And she put the grass and told him, I have mystic powers. I can burn you down right now. But if I do that, that will not enhance the glory of Lord Rama. So let Rama come and finish you. Otherwise, I can also finish you. Don't think I am ordinary woman. So that is another meaning because of which she put the grass. Yeah. And also, by putting the grass, she drew a line showing that you can't try to become familiar or intimate with me because I am goddess of fortune, who is Ardhangini, half of the body of the Supreme Lord. I am nobody else's property. I am Lord Rama's property. She wanted to say that. Like that, many meanings. So, and when he told her, why are you, chasing, why are you always remembering and calling that forest dweller, Rama? Like that, he criticized Rama. He is just a forest dweller. I don't even know whether he is alive or dead, he said. And even if he is alive, he said, I won't let him be alive for a long time. Very soon I will get him finished, he was telling. So you are not left with anybody. You are left only with me. You have to marry only me. Like that he was telling. So Sita said, what are you talking? You don't know the power of Lord Ram. When he comes here, he will strike a lightning bolt on your head. On the spot, you will be finished in one moment. Unless you save yourself by giving me back to him. Otherwise, you'll be finished. When she said that, like that he jerked himself. Ravana, what? Huh? He said, if it was anyone else, I would have killed you immediately on the spot for saying this. Because I have attraction for you and I want to enjoy you, therefore I am not killing you. He said. Huh? And then both his wives are catching his hand and told him to be peaceful. They said, see, in this world, a man can never be happy if a woman is not attracted to him. They said, it is better for you to be happy with those who love you than to try to be with someone whom you love. They told him. We both are ready to serve you, but you are not accepting our service. You are going after somebody who is not interested in you. They were preaching to him, but he was not listening. And then they told him to be pacified. Hey Sita, 10 months you have not agreed to my request. Now 2 more months I will wait. And in these 2 months, if you don't submit to me and my desire, we will cut you to pieces and cook up breakfast and eat. That's all. He said. Then he told all the Rakshasas, all of you, your duty is to constantly speak to her about my glories and my greatness and my achievements, my chivalrous nature, and convince her to the point of agreeing to become my wife. And that is why you all are posted here for this. Keep in mind, he said. And then he returned back. All this was observed by Hanuman sitting in the tree top, behind the big leaves, watching all this. So when he went, Sita was like a creeper, frail, and her body was shaking and she was weeping. Then all the Rakshasas surrounded her and said, hey Sita, if such a proposal came to us, we would have immediately accepted. The Rakshasas were saying. You don't know. Ravana is so mighty. Even the devatas tremble in front of him. He can control the wind. He can control the rains. He can control the sun. He is master of the three worlds. All devatas are subordinate to him. And such a personality is offering you a proposal to become his queen. What is the problem in accepting? And then they said, if you don't accept, then before Ravana can eat you, we will only eat you up. One Rakshasa said, Sita's cheeks are very nice. I would like to eat her cheeks. Succulent, she said. Another Rakshasa said, I will eat her thighs. And these Rakshasas were somewhere having goat head, somewhere having camel head, somewhere like a pig. Somebody was having a big belly. Some had horns and all kinds of Rakshasas all around. So Sita was weeping and then continuously chanting Ram's name. So now we get an idea how Sita was constantly tormented by materialistic association. But even in that materialistic association, she was a serious practitioner of chanting the Ram's name. Ram was far away, materialistic association was nearby. And she was chanting Ram's name, begging Rama to come and take her back. And chanting, not only chanting Lord's name, remembering Lord Rama. So serious devotee means even if one is surrounded by all types of bad association, one does not succumb to the temptations. One does not succumb to the allurements offered. Ravana was telling her, why are you performing asceticism like this, austerities like this? You don't understand. You can drink best of the beverages. You can eat best of the foods. And all my servant maids will bathe you in scented oils and give you costly saris and ornaments to wear. And you are supposed to live in a palace. You are living in a Ashokavatika under that tree. Doesn't befit you. So a lot of allurements are offered to her. But those allurements, did they attract her? No, absolutely no attraction. So serious devotee means, serious devotee is not allured by attractions. Like, one boy was not getting job. 6 months, 8 months he tried, he couldn't get job. And then he said, Roji, better I join now. I was already thinking of joining. I think it's an indication that I should join. So when he decided to join, the same day he got a high-paying job. Now he was too much. He said, Prabhuji, now I am thinking what to do. Should I join or should I do job? पता नहीं था कि मिल जाएगा. Huh? I was not knowing, he was telling. So allurements will always come. Some girl will come and give proposal. Some job opportunity will come. Huh? And then one may be thinking to accept Maya or to accept Krishna. Correct, no? This kind of pull and push will come. Here Sita is sitting in Lanka. She got so much proposal and so much facilities and amenities, and she will be the queen amongst all queens. But she rejected. She was only chanting the holy name. This is our situation also. Those who are serious about devotion service, they will not settle with Maya at all. Like a Chataka Pakshi will only drink water coming from the clouds. It will never drink any water lying on the ground. So Sita also rejected everything available there. She was only waiting for Ram. So very serious devotee. So first I told you the tortoise was a sincere devotee. He aspired to serve the Lord. He got opportunity to serve the Lord as KEVAT. Now here Sita is a serious devotee, who is not allured by all kinds of invitations and allurements, threats also. Somebody is saying, I'll cook you and eat you as a breakfast. So much threats and all Rakshasas all around. Not frightened by threats, not allured by opportunities, but one-pointedly she was sticking. So that requires a lot of seriousness. Serious devotee. Yeah. And you can see that when Hanuman, when he was coming to Lanka, as soon as he was jumping from the Mahendra Parvat, there was a Mainaka mountain on the way. Mainaka mountain said, Hanumanji, you have to go a long way. Why don't you relax for a while? Hanuman said, this is no time for relaxation, he said. First mission, then relaxation. Exam पूरा होने दो, छुट्टी में आराम करेंगे. Not now. First mission should be accomplished. If somebody mind is telling you, थोड़ा आराम कर लो, take some rest. You tell the mind, 16 rounds complete, then rest. Krishna says, 16 rounds complete, then only any grain should go in the mouth. That is whose standard? Krishna Prabhu's standard. Don't get frightened. You can try for that standard. According to him, he won't eat a grain unless he completes 16 rounds. Strict devotee. Hanuman also very strict devotee. Opportunities were there to relax. Even though Mainaka mountain offered a nice bed to relax, he said, this is no time to relax. That means when you can make your life cozy and comfortable and relax, opportunities are there. One doesn't take advantage of that. His Holiness Gaur Krishna Maharaj was telling us in Pune, there was one Hindi-speaking brahmachari. So he told Maharaj, Maharaj, हम इतने विरक्त हैं, सारे दुनिया के ऐशाराम को छोड़ छाड़ कर हम आए हैं. हम इतने बड़े वैरागी हैं. He was telling, I am so detached that I have given up all the comforts and luxuries of the world, and in this way I am a great brahmachari. He was telling. Maharaj said, अच्छा, आप इतने बड़े ब्रह्मचारी हो? And then Maharaj asked him a question. सोच लो कि एक करोड़पति आपके पास आकर बोलता है कि मेरा इकलौता बेटी है, उनसे विवाह कर लो, और सारे 500 करोड़ का एस्टेट और इंडस्ट्री सब आपके नाम में लिख दूंगा. You understood, no? 500 crores worth property a man has, and he wants to give a single daughter to you because he has no son. And he says, you don't have to do job. Just stay at home and chant Hare Krishna, go to temple, and you can lead a happy life with my daughter. So then Maharaj asked, if somebody is giving you such an opportunity and comfort and luxuries and convenience, will you accept or not? He asked. Then the brahmachari answered, फिर तो सोचना होगा महाराज, he said. Then I think I have to think about it, he said. महाराज बोले, सोचना है, तप्पड़ मारूंगा तुमको, तब सीखोगे. He said, just now you told you have given up everything of the world, and you are not accepting any comfort, luxuries, and come to temple as a brahmachari. But the moment I gave you allurement of a karodpati giving you a daughter, you want to think. That means Maharaj said, you have not given up anything. Huh? You have come here because you have no job, therefore you come. Huh? And outside world, you have no facility, comfort, therefore you come here. The moment there is opportunity for comfort and luxury, the jiva wants to enjoy. That means, is he strict or not strict? He is not strict practitioner. Huh? Strict practitioner. Hanuman was a strict practitioner. There is opportunity for relaxing, but no relaxation. You know, आराम चाहिए तो राम नहीं मिलेंगे. It is said. Huh? So if somebody wants, you want Ram or Aram? Then you have to be a strict devotee. Huh? One boy was asking, Prabhuji, strict होना है कितने महीनों के लिए? क्या महीनों के लिए? अंतिम सांस तक. शक्नोति हैव यस्सोढुं प्राक्शरीर विमोक्षणात् कामक्रोधोद्भवं वेगं सयुक्तः स सुखी नरः. It is said. So, which means till last breath, one should control the urges of lust and anger. These two things. Lord Krishna says. Then the gift you will get is go back home, back to Godhead. When Hanuman entered Lanka, he was very alert. He became very small, like just 1 or 2 inches height. And he entered sneaking into Lanka. But then Langini saw one small monkey is going inside. She was very attentive. She's a watchman, no? At Lanka. So immediately she caught that monkey. Said, hey, you cannot go. Who are you? You are an unfamiliar personality. Who is it? Hanuman said, see, I am anyway very small. What trouble will I create? I just came to go around and have a nice sightseeing and I'll go back. From whatever way I came in, I'll go back in the same way. And I won't disturb anybody. Just I came to see how Lanka looks like. She said, nothing doing. She said, I'm not supposed to allow anyone to go into Lanka, she said. And then Hanuman said, why are you, I am such a small creature, why are you making a big fuss about it? She said, I am supposed to guard the door of Lanka. Then she attacked Hanuman. Hanuman also thought that she's a lady. It's not good to take a weapon and take a mace and hit her and all. So with his left hand, he gave a slap. Pat. Because man means right hand, lady means left hand. Left hand slap he gave. So immediately Langini fell down to ground and she said, oh, monkey, you have defeated me. I heard prophecy that anytime one monkey comes into Lanka and defeats me, that is the beginning of end of Ravana. That means Ravana's end is going to come very soon. She said, now you have my permission, you can go in. So then Hanuman jumped one bungalow to second and third in the top. He was very small and peeped through the window to check whether Sita is there. So a devotee in Krishna consciousness has to be super alert. A strict devotee means a devotee is alert not to get caught by Maya. So he has to do the work of searching Sita, but at the same time he should not get caught by any Rakshasas. Correct, no? So he was very attentively searching. So he jumped and jumped and jumped and jumped. At last he came to Ravana's palace. By the time it became night. Evening he started. Now it became 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the night. On moonlit night. So there is a Pushpaka Viman kept in the top of Ravana's palace. And there was a square hole below that Pushpaka Viman from which he peeped and saw inside. And Ravana was lying and sleeping with his 2 hands spreaded. And many, many celestial beauties were lying on either side. Women, they had spotless beauty. Attractive eyes, attractive lips, attractive face, attractive shapely bodies. They were all like apsaras who were lying. And all their lips and the eyes were tightly shut. They were all fast asleep. One of the ladies was holding a tanpura in her hand. Another one was having a drum kind of thing. And somebody was holding a jal kind of thing playing. Everybody was having some instrument and lying down sleeping. And there was a barrel of liquor. And there were also flesh pieces lying strewn here and there. So he understood that these fellows have eaten meat, drunken wine, and danced, singing some songs, and then now they all are sleeping now, fast asleep. He carefully examined one by one all the different ladies. Is it Sita? Is it Sita? Is the description that Rama gave matching with this woman? After seeing all of them, he couldn't find Sita there. Then he saw one lady was lying in a separate crystal bed, separately, away. So she looked very dignified amongst all. He thought maybe that is Sita because Sita will not be lying in the same bed with Ram. She's separately lying, he thought. Initially, Hanuman became very happy. But then later on, he thought that cannot be Sita. That was Mandodari. So at that time, one thought came in his mind that I am a Naishtika brahmachari. Brahmachari should not look at a woman. But I am looking at multiple women. All different beauties from different. Somebody has beautiful eyes. Somebody has beautiful nose. Somebody has beautiful lips. Somebody has beautiful curly hair. Somebody has a beautiful face cut. I am looking at, and all these bodies of women, they have not dressed properly. Sometime in the night, the dresses are spreaded. I am looking at this. It's improper, he said. But one thing surprised him very much. Although I am looking at all of them, not even a little bit of vasana, kama vasana also did not arise in my mind. And then he asked, why is it so? Because my motive is to search Sita. My motive is not to enjoy the women in Lanka. So that is the strict motive. The devotee comes to ISKCON with a strict motive of only serving Guru and Gauranga. There is no other motive to enjoy. He is a strict devotee. But if a devotee is not strict, he will go to the deity room and say, Prabhuji, Mahaprasad hai kya? Mahaprasad laiye. He will say. And then devotee will ask, Prabhuji, thoda aur bada gadda hai kya sone ke liye? First you eat very nice food and then you want a big gadda to sleep. And you want comforts and luxuries. There is tendency for enjoying. That means one is not a strict devotee. Strict devotee means one is very alert not to get caught by Maya. And strict devotee means one also has not come with the motive of enjoying, but one has come with the motive of serving. So Hanuman, therefore, even though he was looking at all those women, he was not disturbed in the mind at all. He was not agitated because his mission was pure mission. So I told you 3 examples: strict, sincere, and serious. Who was serious? Example, what example here? Huh? No, they have to tell, you don't tell. Who was serious? Sita in Lanka chanting Ram's name, she was a serious devotee. And who was sincere, I told you. KEVAT example, I told you. And who was strict, I told you? Strict devotee. Now let us see more about this 3 words. Who is a strict and sincere and serious devotee? Okay, strictness means what? Discipline and firm adherence to devotional principles. That's strictness. One is a disciplined devotee. Like, time par kao, time par so jao, time par Prabhupada ki kitab padho. Study Prabhupada books regularly, get up in the morning, 4:30 to 9:30, attend all the programs. He's very strict in that discipline. And firm adherence. That means one practices discipline like lines drawn on a stone. If a line is drawn on a stone, it cannot be erased. You draw a line on water, it is erased. Before you complete the line, it is erased. Isn't it? So our strict vow should be like that. Like somebody says, today is Ekadashi day, I will chant 32 rounds. And then after some time in the day, he says, I think I will chant 25 rounds. And then one says, I think 20 is enough. Finally, one says, I think 16 is enough today. That means, is one strict devotee? No. One is not strictly adhering to the vow taken. One is not strict. So if any of you strictly adhere to your vows, you will make tremendous progress. You will see that. Yeah. No. Similarly, that is so discipline and firm adherence to devotional principles. Second one is sincerity, devotion from the heart without duplicity or show. Correct, no? So the devotion of Sita was from the heart. There was no duplicity, no show. Oh, sorry, our KEVAT I was telling. It's a heartfelt devotion he had. He had a desire to serve. So one like a fruit vendor lady, she had when she saw Krishna's beautiful Balagopal farm, immediately she had tears in her eyes. Her heart was flooded with love and she wanted to offer the fruits. Imagine, he only gave her 2-3 grains. but she gave all the fruits she had. Yeah. There is a verse which says, Krinehi vo phalani yati shrutva satparam achyutam phalarti dhanyamadaya yayau sarva phala pradaha. This verse says, one morning in Vrindavan, this lady was selling the fruits in a basket. She was asking, is there anyone who want to purchase the fruits? So Krishna heard her voice. And immediately he saw devotion in her voice. Huh? Oh, this is a pure devotee who is calling. So immediately went to Yashoda's kitchen and then picked up some rice in the hand and came running. Because he was a small kid. When he was coming running, most of the grains fell off. Huh? Only 2, 3 grains were there in the hand. So then, looking at this tender child, she was so charmed. If she was very calculative, she would have given only 1 or 2 pieces of fruits. She would have cut the one mango and given a little bit. But she gave how many fruits? All the fruits. Huh? And she filled up the hand of Krishna. Krishna saw that, oh, this devotee has no reservation in serving me. Such sincere devotee wants to give everything. So then Krishna looked at the basket of the fruit vendor lady. Huh? Phalarti, Lord became Phalarti. Phalarti means one who hankered for the fruits of devotion. Who is that Lord? Yayo sarva phala pradaha. जो भगवान सब जीवों को फल प्रदान करने वाले होते हैं वो फल के लिए आरती हो गए. Like that it is said. The Lord who gives fruits of actions for all jivas, he hankered for that fruits of devotion because there was sincerity in her. And then Lord glanced at her basket and filled it with gold and silver and diamond and everything. So devotion from the heart, without duplicity or show. And seriousness, that means treating devotion as life's ultimate priority. You see? Nothing else is important. This is all important. Krishna consciousness is everything for me. Everything else can wait. So here's the analogy here. See, devotion is like tending a sacred fire. Say, bhakti is like fire. And strictness is like adding fuel. And sincerity is like the pure ghee. And the seriousness is the careful attention. So it doesn't extinguish. So fire is often compared to uh, devotion because karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhaja govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. It's compared to fire, bhakti. But that bhakti fire, how it grows, if you are very strict devotee, you are supplying more and more fuel by which the fire can grow. That means strict devotee grows very quick. One can grow. And the sincerity is like the pure ghee. Yeah. You see, whenever they are conducting a Vedic sacrifice, in that summit sticks they put, correct, no? That summit stick is the fuel they are putting. And that is, if you add summit sticks, fire will grow bigger. And if you pour ghee in that, which is sincerity, that will grow even nicely, correct, no? Like that. And then seriousness is careful attention. So it doesn't extinguish. Because sometimes when you are putting the fuel, when you are adding the summit sticks, you have experience. Sometimes you are too strict, then some people leave and run away. Now, you have seen that? Like one family was attending a Bhakti Vriksha program, and the preacher said that we don't even drink coffee or tea. Like that, he made a statement. That was the last program they attended. 3 months they didn't come. Then they sent one family to find out why they are not coming. They said, "Kya bol diya, huh? We are South Indians, we always drink coffee, tea, we cannot drink," they said. Then the family said, "Don't worry, you can drink herbal coffee, the herbal tea." So he purchased that and gave them. Then they drank and said, "Hey, this is wonderful. This looks exactly like coffee, exactly like tea." Similarly, you like cocoa chocolate, then we have carob, correct, no? Carob halwa. It looks like cocoa, but it's not cocoa. So after that, again, they started coming for the program. So Instead of giving up coffee, they gave up the programs. Correct? No? So similarly, when you put too many summit sticks in the fire, what happens? Fire completely gets extinguished. So strictness is good, but at the same time, there should be some balance in strictness. Can you jump from 1 round to 16 rounds? No. So you all have gradually increased. So the fuel should be gradually increased. Add a little summit stick, 1, 2, 4, like that you add. So fire should be growing and then keep on adding. Similarly, Ekadashi rounds, you want to chant more. One boy said, in Prabhupada's time, Swamiji, I am going to chant 3 lakh names every day. Why? Prabhupada asked. Haridas Thakur is chanting, I want to be the best devotee. Prabhupada said, okay, but how can you suddenly start 3 lakh names? Which means 192 rounds. Is it possible? But he was insistent. Prabhupada didn't appreciate that. But then he went and told devotees, I already informed Prabhupada. Informed him because I informed what Prabhupada said, he didn't say. So he went to a place and made one, place for sitting and starting chanting, and people watched him. Few days he was able to chant. Suddenly, after a week or two, he was missing. People didn't find him. What happened? Then 3 months later, devotees found him in one petrol bunk. He became a petrol bunk employee there. They asked him, hey, what happened? You are here. Are you chanting nowadays? He said, already I have chanted too many rounds. That will take care of next 1 year. He was saying. So, if you are trying to artificially become quickly strict, it's not possible. Gradually, one has to increase one's strictness. Fuel should be gradually increased. And sincerity is like the ahuti, the ghee. Correct, no? In the sacrificial fire, you pour the ghee. So, then it enhances the fire even more. In fact, when you chant the Vedic mantras, the ghee is very important. No? Ghee, we chant the mantras and pour the ghee. So that is actually the ahuti, very vital thing. If you don't have that sincerity in devotion, it's very difficult to attract the Lord. If there is opposite of sincerity, is duplicity. Correct? No? Imagine if somebody thinks ghee is very costly, let me pour some water instead of that. What will happen? Instead of growing the fire, it will stop the fire, isn't it? Like, people sell laddu in the shop. One is Shuddha ghee se banaya hua laddu, 25 rupees. Recycled oil se banaya hua laddu, 5 rupees. So most people go for which one? 5 rupee laddu. But then you eat it, you will get throat problem. Then you have to go to doctor and take a medicine for 20 rupees. you know. Instead of that, better you buy 25 rupees laddu, Shuddha ghee. So sincerity means one has to pay the price and follow the process. One should not try to make a show of devotion service. So the fire symbolizes spiritual life or bhakti. The fuel symbolizes strictness, the steady discipline that keeps devotion going. Ghee represents sincerity, which enriches the fire, and careful attention ensures the fire doesn't go out, highlighting vigilant and responsible devotion. Okay. Now, who is a strict devotee? Example I have given. Who is it? Raghunath Goswami, who strictly was sticking to the vows of circumambulating over the hill or chanting fixed number of rounds, 2 lakh names or whatever, without any compromise, like lines drawn on a stone. And how many of you know the story of monkey who took Ekadashi vow? You heard the story? See, once upon a time, a monkey made a plan that tomorrow is Ekadashi and I'm going to follow Nirjal. The only mistake he did was he went around and kept boasting to all the other monkeys. I am going to do Ekadashi tomorrow, I am going to Nirjal. Many monkeys say, oh, you are a great soul, you are doing Nirjal, very nice. But then one monkey thought, oh, you are going to do Nirjal, abhi dekha jayega. Huh? Now let us see how you will do. Huh? So that one monkey, one of his friend monkey told, see, Ekadashi day, if you don't eat grains, you will become very weak. Next day morning, you won't have any strength to even pluck a fruit. Huh? Therefore, better you pluck and keep it. So he plucked many apples and brought and kept it. Then after some time he came and said, you will be so weak, you won't be able to bite also. And you will die without biting. The fruits are there, but you can't have strength to even bite in it. Then he said, better bite and keep it. So he bite and cut it and kept it. Then he said, you will be so weak, you can't even lift it also. Then he said, what to do? Better you keep it here. Already his mouth is like this. So he kept in the top and below. And next time when Ekadashi came, do you think he can do Nirjal? Could he do Nirjal? No question. So in this way, some people take a vow, but they are unable to follow, not strict. We call it as Arambashuratanam. Arambashuratanam means like that flower pot. That's all. You seen flower pot? If you put the fire like that, what do they call it in Hindi? They call it anar. They call it anar. Yeah. On the other hand, 10,000 wala, how it is? Put fire, top, 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 but top, 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 it just goes on and on like that. So our spiritual life should be like 10,000 wala or like the anar. Then you are a strict devotee. So, see, what is meaning of strict devotion? Following the regulative principles. No. 4 regulative principles you should strictly follow. To the degree you strictly follow them, 50% of your problem is solved. By just following the 4 regs. Similarly, rising early in the morning, chanting 16 rounds, attending Mangalarti, reading Prabhupada's book. This is all you have to do. Basically, the positive A, B, C, D, E, and then no gimme. No gambling, illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication. So this is all one has to do. Actually, all of us are doing it, but how strictly you do, you only know it. Correct, no? So, like Krishna says, you see in the 6.5, Uddaredatmanatmanam atmanam abasadhayet atmaiva hi atmano bandhur atmaiva ripuratmanaha. One must elevate, not degrade oneself by the mind. So discipline is essential to conquer the restless mind. You see, every one of you sitting here, you have your mind. Are you using your mind to degrade yourself? Are you using your mind to elevate yourself? That is in whose hands? Your hands only. Others can only inspire you from outside. When it comes to your own body and mind, you can decide how you want to use your body and mind. You can spoil your future, or you can make your future bright. Like, for example, a plant, say I give each of you one plant to grow. You can water the plant, fence the plant, give sunlight to the plant, give some gobar, manure to the plant, and you can grow the plant very nicely into a big mango tree, and then many, many hundreds of mangoes will come. Correct, no? On the other hand, somebody neglected the plant. You didn't water the plant. What will happen? It will dry up. Or you didn't fence the plant. Goat will come and put them out. Then it will not grow. That's what happens in spiritual life. Some people are able to grow very nicely, and then they eventually become very powerful devotees in future. As they grow over the years, they also give a very great social contribution in ISKCON by preaching and everything. Book distribution, preaching, deity worship, and many other services. But some devotees, they have been neglectful of the devotional creeper. That means not very strict. Some people, they have allowed the weeds to grow. Weeds are growing by the side of the plant, and you have to very carefully alert to remove the weeds. What are the weeds? The sinful activities and the offenses. If you don't remove the sins and offenses, then that will choke the plant. It will not allow the plant to grow. We have to be very careful. That's why a strict devotee means is alert to elevate oneself. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur was known for his austerity and strictness. He was chanting 64 rounds daily. And 10 years he chanted 190 rounds. You know that? Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So he said, make your life successful by strict adherence to sadhana. That was his teaching. So somebody may ask, what do I get by being a strict devotee? Correct? Now, how many of you want to know what do you get by being strict? Correct? The answer is you get purity and focus. So we are suffering in Kali Yuga without proper focus. Yeah, not so strict devotee gets distracted. Yeah, strict devotee gets focus. So you want focus or you want to be distracted? Then we have to be strict. Like, for example, you have a lens. You get the focus if you firmly hold it properly at the focal point. But if you are doing like this, then you cannot get focus. So distracted mind is like shaking a lens. Shaking a lens cannot give you focus. So to avoid distraction, one has to become a strict devotee. And another thing with strictness is it increases your purity because 4 legs you practice strictly, then your purity increases. So like Hanuman, mindset was very, very pure. He looked at women as a mother, correct? No? Even Sita, he saw her as a mother. This is a very amazing thing. The reason I will tell you. When Shurpanaka went back to Ravana, she glorified Sita's beauty. Hearing about Sita's beauty, Ravana became lusty. uh, And he somehow wanted to get Sita. And on the other hand, Lord Ramachandra, while giving description about how Sita looks like, he spoke about Sita's form to Hanuman. But when Hanuman went to Lanka, when he looked at Sita, he looked at her with devotion, affection, like a son looking at a mother. Either he saw. Amazing. Two people are describing about Sita. One is Shurpanaka. Another one is Rama. So Shurpanaka's description of Sita created lust in the heart of Ravana. Rama's description of Sita created devotion and love in the heart of Hanuman for Mother Sita. Just see. Why? Therefore, we have to hear from the right source. Very important. Because Hanuman associated with Lord Rama, therefore he got such a pure vision. Whereas Ravana associated with Shurpanaka, such a degraded association. So with pure association, your love for Lord increases. And degrading association, we get degraded. That is why we can increase the purity by strictness. Hanuman decided to be strict. You see, in Swayam Prabha's cave, Tara made a proposal. She told all the monkeys that, hey, all of you monkeys, anyway, we have searched Sita, we couldn't find. And in this cave, we are getting very nice honey. We get very nice fruits to eat, and very nice lakes to play, very nice forests and trees here. And Swayam Prabha herself is a mystic yogini. She is ready to provide us all facility. All of we just comfortably live, we will live out our life and we never have to go back to our Sugriva, without Sita's information. Better just to relax and just enjoy life. What do you think? Angada said, wonderful proposal. Angada immediately agreed. And all monkeys said, very good, very good. Hanuman came in the front. Hanuman said, wait a minute. Lakshman will come and kill all of you. He said, you don't know, Lakshman can find out wherever you go. There is no place where he cannot reach. He already was upset before. Now we are not here for sense gratification, Prabhus. We are here for serving Rama's mission. Why you all have forgotten that? And immediately Angada said, sorry, sorry. He told Tara, hey, keep quiet. Don't distract us from our goal. Then he said, let us proceed. Then they told Swayam Prabha, please leave us out of this cave because nobody can go on their own out. She has to put some mystic mantra, then only they can go out. Then she arranged for them to go out. Just see. See, Hanuman was always taking a back seat before because Angada was leading the team. Hanuman didn't say anything. But whenever Angada and Tara, they were going on the wrong path, then Hanuman came in the front. So the Hanuman's mindset, you see how wonderful it is. Will Hanuman lead or stay back? Depends on what? Depends on the service needed. Jahan kam, bahan ham. That is Hanuman's formula. Whenever the team fell short, Hanuman was ready to come in the front. Now nobody is able to jump to Lanka. Jambavan chose Hanuman, ready. He was ready to go. He didn't say very humbly, no, I'm a chota monkey, aap log jao. He didn't say that. Unnecessarily, he was not humble. He said, okay, I am ready now. So wherever there is coming, I am ready to come forward. He was ready. He was ready to lead. He was ready to stay behind both. So very strict devotee. So he didn't entertain sense gratification of all the monkeys. He corrected them. So in this way, purity of Hanuman, purity of motive, purity of purpose and focus, we have to learn from Hanuman how to be strict. Okay, who is a serious devotee? Even when there are temptations, distractions, calamities, he does not turn back from his resolve to surrender to Krishna. So this is Sita Mata, I told. in Lanka, there were so many temptations and distractions and allurements and all. To be serious means to treat bhakti not as a hobby, but as a main mission of life. Some people think, hey, ISKCON bahut acha hai, very nice prasad acha milta hai. Very nice prasad, just chant and dance, aaj ke aanand ke jaye. And you go back and then go to movie. Acha, sham ko movie jata hai. What kind of bhakti is that? Show battle bhakti. So, bhakti is not a hobby. Bhakti is mainstream mission of life. It requires sacrifice, commitment, and responsibility. So, we need to sacrifice some of our sense gratification to become, serious in bhakti. Correct, no? Can you have sense gratification and Krishna consciousness go together? No, they go well together or ill together? Ill together. You can't do both. Like look at this chameleon. When he climbs a tree, he is brown. When he's coming to grass, he is green. Similarly, some boys, they come to temple, they wear tilak. Hari bol, they'll be jumping up and down. And then outside you find they wear jeans, t-shirt, and they'll be roaming with a girl. Can they advance? It is like lighting fire and pouring water. Again, lit fire, pour water. How can you use the fire then? So, therefore, seriousness in bhakti means bhakti is not a hobby. It's a main mission of life. You need to sacrifice sense gratification. But you will get other type of spiritual sense gratification. For example, ISKCON temple also you get a clean life, pure prasad, nice devotional music. These are of a higher nature. Sattva guna and Vishuddha Sattva, correct, no? But you should forego your nasty, dirty, lower type of sense gratification arising from Tamaguna, Rajaguna. Sacrifice and commitment for what? To chanting 16 rounds, following 4x, commitment, and taking responsibility of one's spiritual life. Then you are a serious devotee. So therefore Krishna says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavrata. See, dridavrata means serious devotee. Yeah. Always chanting my glories with great determination, he says. Like Prabhupada, you see, even in old age, he was such a serious devotee. Despite 2 heart attacks, he didn't waver in his determination. Yeah. So Chanakya says, a man without seriousness will never succeed in any endeavor, he says. Any effort you make, if you are not serious about it, that means seriousness means be ready to be committed, be ready to sacrifice. Then only then one can attain one success, he says. So here is a reflection question for you. How much time do I give Krishna each day? And how much time I give for sense gratification? You can check it. Is my devotion growing in intensity or is my devotion becoming very casual? So how many of you have observed sometimes when we are becoming casual in spiritual life, you yourself are not very happy. You observed it? Correct? Na? Yeah. So when you observe it, that time what to do? We have to tighten the knob, increase the intensity. Chalo, then go to some serious devotee. Tell him, Prabhuji, let me chant with you. Let me associate with you, please. Let us spend some time and learning. Let us become little more serious. So if you become casual, you have to become more serious. Then one is a serious devotee. So Haridas Thakur was tempted by Maya. Shukadeva Goswami was he didn't get distracted by the ladies taking bath in the pond, isn't it? Prahlad Maharaj was subject to calamities by his father. Absolutely, they didn't get tempted. But opposite examples are given. Ajamila got tempted. Bharat Maharaj got distracted. Indra could not face the calamities with faith in Lord Vishnu's Vajra. So these are examples of people who failed. So I given both examples. The first examples are serious. Serious devotees. And second one shows not so serious. Ajamila was a Brahmana, but not so serious. Otherwise, why he got tempted? Correct, no? Bharat Maharaj going to forest doing ahuti and all. But then he got a little casual. So he got distracted by a deer. Okay, who is a sincere devotee? One who has no material motives, no envy, no malice towards other living entities. One who does not blame others for his sufferings. So that is a sincere devotee. So Gajendra, when he saw that nobody is able to help me, at that time Gajendra cried and said, why should I blame somebody? My own karma has made me suffer this crocodile's bite. At that time, Lord gave him intelligence. When you become sincere, you don't blame anybody in spiritual life. You take responsibility for your own life, sufferings. No malice towards anybody. Sincerity means genuinely desiring to please Krishna, even if you are not perfect. Huh? So Lord says, I only see whether you wish to serve or not. Don't bring up and say that I am disqualified. Huh? You do whatever best you can. Like, somebody says, we have this one funny drama we have. Huh? In our SRCGD, we do that. Huh? Like, when one of the student centers, one boy was saying, is a kamchor. Huh? He will not do the service. So what he does, the devotee is asking, Prabhu, can you please cut sabji? He say, Prabhuji, I really don't know how to cut sabji uniformly. Hmm. कुछ बड़ा कुछ छोटा हो जाता है. I am not able to cut. Huh? You should ask other devotees to do, he says. Then another devotee, and then later on the senior devotee is asking, Prabhuji, can you do the offer bhoga for the Lord today? Prabhuji, today is Radhashtami. राधा रानी को ललिता विशाखा ऐसे बड़े बड़े लोग सेवा करते हैं. They are rendering service. How can a fallen soul like me offer bhoga? Yeah, you are a great devotee. You only offer Prabhuji, he said. He said, okay, I'll offer. He offered. Then he said, Prabhu, now 1 o'clock, all boys have come. Can you serve prasad to everybody? He said, Prabhu, today is Radhashtami day. All the younger devotees should get a chance to serve so that they can make advancement in spiritual life. उनमें से 4 बच्चों को लगा दो, वो करेंगे. I thought he was telling. Then the senior said, okay, Prabhuji. So do you wish to take prasad in first round only? He said, how can I not follow your instruction, Prabhu? He took plate and came running. So here is a first class example of a not sincere devotee. Correct, no? Cheating devotee, correct, no? So Krishna in the heart is watching all of us, whether we are sincere or not. Sincerity means genuinely desiring to please Krishna, even if you are not perfect. Like Jatayu, he was old, 60,000 years, very, very old eagle. Still, he saw that I don't have capacity to save Sita, but I'll put my best. So he blocked Ravana while flying. And Ravana said, hey, old eagle, get off my way, otherwise I'll kill you, he said. And Jatayu said, you can kill me if you want, because as long as I am alive, you cannot take Sita with you. And then he flapped his wings, but he slapped Ravana, and with his claws, he tore his kavach. And Ravana was surprised how the old eagle has so much strength. And with his chaunch, with his beaks, he killed the mule, which was drawing the Pushpaka Viman. And then Ravana understood, he is very mighty. Still, because of his conviction to serve Ram, even in old age, he had so much vigor. So then Ravana took his sword and cut off one of the wings of Jatayu. When Jatayu was gliding down the skyway, Sita loudly cried, seeing that pitiable scene. Hearing her wail, loud cry, again Jatayu, flapping one wing, he went up. With one wing, he was clapping Ravana. Then Ravana cut that wing also. So this goes to show Jatayu's sincerity. Later on, Rama sent him to Vaikuntha the same evening. Sincerity means genuinely desiring to please Krishna, even if you are not perfect. Prabhupada said, Krishna doesn't see your success, he sees your sincerity. That's what Rama told Jatayu, even though Sita has been taken away, but you endeavored to protect Sita, so I sent you to Vaikuntha, he said, by your sincerity. So, ahaituki apratihata, correct, no? And I told you the fruit seller lady already. What is test of our sincerity? Not getting distracted by prestige, followers, fame, or comfort. Oh Lord, make me your sincere servant, not a showman devotee. Generally, what happens when people get prestige, followers, fame, and comfort, they become ready to compromise on the philosophy. For example, if some rich people they take us to their houses, or they take us to the stage, then we it goes to our head. We become proud. We may even compromise on the philosophy. One may start eating here and there, not eat only prasad. One will not tell the truth about Krishna consciousness. One will be just speaking something to please the rich people. Correct, no? Huh? Because one thinks that if I please these people, usko mere pocket ke andar dal dunga. I can keep him. Whenever I ask donation, he can give. So I will only speak what he wants to hear. Of course, sometimes we speak in a way that they can understand in the beginning, and slowly we bring them to devotion service. But in the name of doing that, we should not cheat the people. So therefore, he is saying, one should not be distracted by prestige, followers, fame, or comfort. That's what Mahaprabhu said. Nadanam, najanam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye. Mama janmani janmanishware bhavatat bhakti rakhaitu ki tvayi. He said, birth after birth, I want to be your devotee, my dear Lord. Let me not get distracted by women or followers or money and all those things, he said. Ambarish Maharaj. Huh? So sincerity, here is a nice quote by Emerson, you see. Sincerity is path to God, and hypocrite may gain applause, but not the grace of God. Huh? So somebody is a hypocrite, although he may win some prestige and name and fame, but he cannot get the grace of God. Only sincerity is the path to God, he says. So given some examples, Ambarish Maharaj, Parikshit Prahlad, all very, very sincere devotees. Indra is attached to post and insecure is pulling others' legs. Diti is envious of Indra. Dhritarashtra is envious of Bhima. Duryodhana is blaming Bhishma and others. So all these examples are people who lack the sincerity. Correct, no? Like Dhritarashtra is getting good advice from Vidura. Is he following? No, he doesn't want to follow. He wants to follow Shakuni. Just see. Huh? Similarly, Duryodhana heard from so many rishis, like Vedavyas, Markandeya, Narada, in the court they would come and speak. Did he listen to any of them? Did Ravana listen to good advice of Mandodari, or Vibhishan, or Kumbhakarna, or Maricha? These people, insincere means they know what is the truth, but they will not want to listen. That's the way the insincere people are. On the other hand, Ambarish Maharaj, Parikshit, Prahlad, super sincere. Huh? We have to follow in the footsteps of sincere devotees. So here are some practical steps to develop strict, sincere and serious devotion. So daily sadhana routine, Mangalati Tulsi Puja, Bhagavatam class, chanting rounds, reading Prabhupada books. This you all know very well. Huh? Associating with strict and serious devotees also makes you strict and serious also. Sadhu Sangha gives you the strength. And then introspection. Am I chanting for Krishna or am I chanting to just finish off the rounds? Do I serve joyfully or am I rendering service mechanically? These kind of questions we can ask to increase our sincerity. 10 offenses should be avoided. And like criticizing devotees destroys sincerity, you see. So why we become like Duryodhana or Dhritarashtra? Because we criticize devotees. One should avoid that. And also taking shelter of Guru. So regularly hear and serve spiritual master's instructions with humility. Seriousness grows by serving under guidance. This is the secret of seriousness. When you serve not whimsically but serve under guidance, then one becomes a serious devotee. Seriously, like Sita was very serious. One practices seriousness. So strictness gives foundation, sincerity brings sweetness, seriousness brings the fruit. Just see, isn't it? So which one was compared to fire in this? Sincerity was compared to fire. And which was compared to the summit sticks? Strictness, yeah. Which is sincerity is compared to ghee. Sincerity is compared to ghee, and summit sticks are compared to strictness. And then careful attention should be made. And then which is compared to the fire? Devotion. Devotion compared to fire. So in the same manner, here it is said, the sincerity brings sweetness. So how do you remember that? I remember the Falwali because she brought sweet fruits. So I can remember that. Sincerity brings sweetness. And strictness gives the foundation for bhakti, because why this is said strictness? Strictness is like a tumbler in which you keep milk. If tumbler only is not there, can you keep milk? No. Similarly, you all want to become wonderful devotees. If you don't have the foundational tumbler of strictness in practice, discipline is not there, then even though the process is very good, chanting is good, ISKCON lifestyle is good, but because strict discipline is not there, we somehow are not able to benefit from it. How many of you understand this? Correct, no? So the strictness is like the tumbler, like a glass, in which you can keep chanting holy name, reading Bhagavatam, associating with devotees, everything can fit in that. So strictness is like the foundation. And sincerity is like the sweet fruits. And the seriousness brings that fruit. Sincerity is itself like sweet fruit, but then seriousness brings it. Together they lead to steadiness, nishtha, and then ruchi and everything. Therefore, Krishna says, Mayeva mana adatsva, mayi buddhim niveshaya. Fix your mind on me, intelligence on me, Krishna says. Surely you will come to me. Gajendra. Okay. Srila Prabhupada ki, your Bhakta Vrinda ki. So you got an idea? I can take 5 minutes questions. Yeah, they have questions? You can read it. Where is the mic? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have been suffering a problem for a long time.
No, sound is not working. Mic is not working.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, suffering a problem for a long time. When I go to university from temple, if any of my friends at the university touch me, or if I touch something, or even when I see their activities, or if I have to use washroom and see its dirty condition, immediately I start feeling a sense of impurity.
Immediately I start thinking?
Sense of impurity.
Impurity, correct. Okay, and then?
Then, see its dirty condition, immediately I start the sense of impurity or uncleanliness deep inside. I feel like I should take a shower right now, or at least wash my hands and feet properly again and again. In this time, I can't focus my class or do anything work properly. I just feel uneasy. I also face the same issue when I touch the tuition. Sorry, teach tuition at a Muslim household. Could you please tell me how can I overcome this problem?
Yeah.
Please tell me in Hindi. Yes.
हिंदी में, ठीक है. देखिए, मेरा भी अनुभव कि जब ट्रेन में जाते हैं, अनेक लोग मूत्र करते हैं लेकिन पानी नहीं डालते. उसको खोलते ही वाह करके स्मेल आएगा. इसलिए पहला चीज़ हमको क्या करना, अंदर जाते ही जोर से पानी डालना चाहिए उधर. हाँ, धड़ा 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 करके पानी डालकर पहला उसको सफाई करते. कुछ लोग विष्टा भी करते हैं, छोटी जगह चले जाते हैं, उसको नीचे नहीं ये करते हैं. तो हमें क्या करना है, पहले सफाई कर देने का, उसको पूरा ऑल एरिया क्लीन फर्स्ट, देन ओनली आई यूज इट. और हम उसके बाद जाते समय क्या करना चाहिए, उसको वापस साफ करके जाना चाहिए. अनेक लोग थोड़ा भी एफर्ट नहीं करते हैं कि उसको बटन को दबाकर उसको क्लीन करो. उनको अकल नहीं है, क्योंकि शूद्र का मेंटालिटी है. दे डोंट हैव द क्लीनलीनेस. तो अगर वो नहीं किया तो हमें करना चाहिए. इसी तरह कॉलेज में अगर आपको जाने के लिए होता है, उधर क्लीन नहीं है, दुर्गंध आ रहा है, तो पानी तो मिल रहा है टैप में, एक मग लेकर जोर जोर से पाँव में भी पानी डालना, उधर भी पानी डालना. तो जो भंगी किया नहीं है, हम कर सकते हैं वो काम. भक्त तो devotees are humble, so we should not mind cleaning the lavatory when we are using it. हाँ, इसी तरह अगर किसी मुसलमान के घर में गए, उधर वो लोग मांस खाते हैं, ट्यूशन देने के लिए अगर आप गए उधर, आपके रूम वापस लौटने के बाद आप हाथ पाँव सब धो सकते हैं, नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम. ऐसा नहीं कि वो घर में मांस खा रहे हैं इसलिए पूरा वो घर दूषित हो गया, ऐसे सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है आप. क्योंकि मेरा अनुभव रहा है कि अनेक लोग मांस खाने वाले भी बड़े बड़े भक्त बनते हैं, बाद में छोड़ देते हैं उसके बाद. राइट नाउ दे मे बी इग्नोरेंट है, इसलिए हमें उतना ज्यादा क्लीनलीनेस फोबिया नहीं चाहिए हमको. हाँ, या नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
We are practicing devotion, but sometime our interest was discouraging. You told any other devotee can give us inspiration only, but we have to practice. Like that, we are taking inspiration also, but I can't go forward. So, what can I do in this stage?
Actually, you are getting other devotees are around you, they are practicing sincerely. You ask yourself the question, what stops me from becoming serious? Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam daya apahrita chetasam. Krishna is telling that either attraction for sex life or attraction for material opulence. These two, it's like sprinkling water in firewood. If you sprinkle water in firewood, it cannot give out nice fire. So find out, what is my attraction? Is it attraction to opposite sex? Or is it attraction for making money making or impressing the world around me? So identify the problem and work on that problem. Then you'll become serious. Or there may be lack of faith in the philosophy or Krishna consciousness, then go to those people who have faith and then ask questions frankly and get your doubts cleared. When doubts are knocked out one by one, then faith becomes very innocent and pure. So increase your faith and destroy the distractions and rise above the distractions by good association. So, what I would do if I am in your position, first I will identify my enemies, problems. Then you have to remove those problems. Then only you can progress fastly. Next.
Krishna Prabhuji,
Hmm.
while doing service, how will I realize that Krishna is feeling pleased?
Very easy. Hey Atma, Suprasidati. When Krishna is pleased, you feel very joyful also. You also feel very happy, number one. Number two, because Krishna is far away for us, you can ask your immediate superior who is giving you seva. Prabhu, I did this seva to you. Are you happy with my service? And senior may say, I'm happy, but still you can do it like this or do it like that. Then you try to please them by doing it. If your superior is pleased, then you can understand Krishna is pleased. Because, for example, a tree, you water the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. But how do you water the root of the tree? You don't take the tree out and put in the root. Do you do that? You put the water in the sand, and the sand will reach the water to the root. That sand is who? They are the devotees who are holding Krishna in their heart. Krishna's lotus feet in their heart. They are the devotees. So through devotees you please Krishna. So if devotees are pleased, Krishna is pleased. So whoever is giving Yasya Prasadat, that's the mechanism. So find out from your superior, are they happy with you? Next.
Prabhuji, when I study Prabhupada books, I feel like I am feeling it for telling or show myself to others, but not the actual reason of enlighten or you and use it in my practical life. How can I come back from this idea?
Yeah, this desire to impress others and show off to others is a lack of sincerity. All of us have it to some degree. But it has to be reduced over a period of time. ये दिखाने की नाटक करने की आदत सबके पास है इसलिए तो हम हैं इधर दैट्स व्हाई वी हैव कम टू दिस मटेरियल वर्ल्ड it will take some time to give it up. At least you are observing and honestly admitting, and it will go away after some time. As we become more and more serious, from the bottom of the heart, we can understand Krishna's position, our position, and then the sincerity will arise. At that time, this drama karne ki adat, that will go away. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. How to develop tolerance capacity in devotional life?
Yeah. Actually, we have to hear the pastimes of Prahlad Maharaj, who was so tolerant, Ambarish Maharaj, who was so tolerant, Pandavas. You read the Mahabharata, how tolerant they were. So after reading such a very high-souled characters, we will think that my situations are not so terrible. Then we will also develop tolerance. Then?
Nowadays, because of too much bombardment of social media, even devotees are falling prey to lust and eventually going to pornography and masturbation. What steps needs to be taken? How can one become strict, sincere, and serious in that situation? At the moment, one is unable to come out of that situation since the attraction
So
is too high.
anybody feels that I am very vulnerable, weak-hearted, I easily fall prey to, pornography and masturbation. They should immediately take a corrective action. Number one step is throw away the smartphone and take a keypad phone. If you cannot do that, at least while using smartphone, you have to put parental control, strict parental control in your mobile as well as your computer. Because once you deprive yourself of the nasty, dirty things coming into your mobile and computer, 50% problem is solved after that. Then secondly, one should also avoid those other impure association, boys or girls, who are causing that impurity in you. And keep away from that association very carefully. When you're going to college, pick up maybe 3 or 4 boys who are very pious minded, who are devotees. If they are not devotees, at least pious. And surround yourself with good people like that. Then you can avoid bad association also. Yeah.
How we should
And also never keep any free time available. Idle man's mind is a devil's workshop. 24/7. In my calendar, if you see, I always keep filling the day. तो इधर से उधर जाना, उधर से इधर जाना, ऐसे करते 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 एक दिन आएगा, शरीर body will be finished, go back to garden. So there is no time for any room for Maya. Don't give any time for Maya. Yes.
how should we give time to Krishna and maintain it perfectly?
How do I give?
Time to Krishna and maintain
Thank
it
God.
perfectly.
How to?
How we should give time to Krishna and maintain it perfectly.
Yeah, giving time to Krishna, already we are told, morning for Krishna, daytime for academics or profession, and evening for family. Those who do this eventually become stable and steady. Next.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, my question is for you is how can we be the same as we are in the temple or and our university campus? There are so many kinds of people in Bangladesh who just want to use vulnerable people as their slaves. So how can we be able to do the same as
If you feel that you are vulnerable and getting abused by bad association, then you should not go to college alone. You should always go with one more devotee from your center who is sincere and serious. Hang around with another devotee. They are like, I travel always with my assistant. So my assistant is policeman for me and I am policeman for him. So we take care of each other. Correct, no? So you should always have one more devotee with you while going to college. Next.
how to get out of the trap of finishing our rounds. Mostly I chant only to finish my rounds. There is intention to chant. Sorry. Mostly I chant only to finish my rounds. There is intention to chant attentively, but it is not happening, Prabhuji.
Okay, at least the beginning step is to finish the rounds. Slowly try to improve the quality. At least you are feeling guilty that you are not able to focus on quality. Now you focus. It is something which will happen gradually. Rome was not built in a day. It takes some time. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, how to deeply value the association of devotees and use it properly. I am taking them cheaply for granted.
Yeah. If we take devotees for granted, we will lose it very soon. Later on, you will lament. If you are a Latonka booth, then after getting some kicks, you will come back to devotees. Otherwise, we will go here and there, and Maya will really, really batter us with the waves. Then we will get good sense. So we should never take devotees for granted. Respect the devotees. Be careful in dealing with devotees. Be alert. Yeah. That's all, no? One last question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I get envy of others devotees. What should I do?
You have to find out why the envy comes, because you have to find out what good talent Krishna has given you. If Krishna has given you, like a cuckoo can sing sweetly, dog can protect the house, horse can run fast, your cat can keep rat away, your bull can plow the field, a cow can give milk. So similarly, that devotee whom you are envious of, he's doing something wonderful, so you are envying. Look at yourself, what you can do, and focus your attention on your own talent and God-gifted talent, and use it in Krishna's service and increase it. Take away your attention from others' greatness. So you look at what Krishna has given you, and in this way, envy will go away when you do something constructive, good in Krishna's service. All right? Then you keep a little away from them. Don't associate with them. Yeah, quick.
How to memorize shlokas and mridangam learning not happening, Prabhu, since so many years.
But nowadays there is Mridangam learning available on net also. You can download and keep it. Little by little, 6 months you can learn it. You have to devote some time in the daytime. Just one step you take, 1 week you practice. Again, second step you take, 1 week you practice. Slowly only people learn. 6 months to 1 year you can learn. I can take some questions locally here. Anybody want to ask locally here?
Recording in progress.
Anybody here? Yeah, there is a hand up behind. Yeah. Alex, huh? Yeah. Thank you. Mic is on. Action. बोलिए जोर से बोलिए.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you for the class. Prabhuji, my question is in workplace, you said about that we should please them. So sometimes it happens that we cannot give Krishna conscious, but we have to speak something so that they can also help us in the work. So my
So in
question,
that case, say for example, somebody is not interested in Krishna consciousness. So you have to please them. Then what I generally tell them, I think your life is very stressful, you have a lot of responsibility, you tell them. They say, yes, it's true. So then you can tell them, because life is very stressful, nowadays that is why all over the world everybody is doing pranayam, yoga, asana and meditation and all. Isn't it? You ask them, they will say, yes, it's true. So pranayam and yoga asanas help to some degree. But we have a doctorate thesis done by Florida University, one scientist who says that the chanting of Hare Krishna is very easy method, but it removes all the stress and depression and addictions and bad habits and all. I can show you a video. Would you like to see? They say yes. Then show the video to him. Then he will only ask you how to chant Hare Krishna. Then you teach him. Correct, no? So
Yeah.
gradually we can give them like that.
Adding more in this program. Sometimes there are some team outings and all. So those days, unavoidable situation comes to eat something, fruits or anything else. So what should be done at
Fruits you can eat anywhere. Fruit is directly Krishna's gift to you. These fellows are not creating and giving you. But other things, what is cooked by them with their impure mentality, that we should not eat.
But the places will be so much not too.
Actually, you have to check if you don't go, whether is it a serious thing, you have to check. Like one of our devotee boys went for company outing. The company himself, they only told him, you don't have to come. You are actually a different type of boy. You are practicing seriously. They told him, nahi aayenge to bhi chalega. Then he stopped going for such things. Because unless it is mandatory, only then you should go for such things. Okay?
And what we can do to avoid that, Prabhu, if possible?
Oh. How many days it is? Is it 1 day or 2 days?
No, Prabhu, only.
Today evening, is it?
Yeah.
You can say you have dysentery.
Okay.
So you are feeling dysentery. No dysentery? Diarrhea. So I am feeling some uneasiness. So I am going to room. I am not planning to travel anywhere because dysentery means you have to near the bathroom, you have to be there. You can say like that. And you can avoid it. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki Gaur Bhakta